The second trailer of Superman is out, and finally, we've gotten some clues about the story. Before diving into small details and leaks, let's talk about the overall plot as revealed in the trailer. Essentially, all the heroes and villains being shown are just a part of Superman's life. Saving people has become his daily routine. But the real problem arises when he intervenes in a war happening in a fictional country. There, he saves innocent lives and even manages to temporarily halt the war. However, that country, Barovia, feels like America is interfering in their matters by sending its superhero. This leads to tension between America and Barovia. On a geopolitical level, even Lois tells Superman that what he did was wrong. But Superman isn't just America's hero. He's the world's hero. So, wherever he is needed, he will go. Now, talking about the movie's villain, none other than Lex Luthor, who has been shown from the beginning. The trailer gives a slight hint that he might be the president, or perhaps he is on his way to becoming one. In one shot, we see Superman being arrested where the flag reads Rick Singler. In another shot, he's shown imprisoned, being beaten by guards of Luthor Corp. Now, if Lex isn't the president, how does he have so much power that he can imprison a national security threat like Superman in a personal facility instead of somewhere like the Pentagon or Argus? There might be an alternate explanation, which sounds a bit odd, but is plausible, involving a lot of scheming. Here's what could have happened. After Superman stopped the war in Eurybia and Ja Harper, the world started praising him for doing something solo that others, like Max Lord or even Lex Luthor, couldn't do, even with a team of superheroes. I believe Barovia was being supplied with weapons by Lex Luthor's team, because when Max Lord's Justice team arrives there, Luthor Corp's goons are also present. After losing to Superman, Lex sets a plan in motion. He attacks Superman in Metropolis wearing a suit, causing the deaths of 22 civilians and $20 million in damages. This becomes the foundation for turning people against Superman. Lex starts the narrative that if Superman hadn't interfered, those people would still be alive and the destruction wouldn't have happened. Barovia, now working with Lex, has its president claim that what Hammer and Barovia did in Metropolis is their responsibility, as they are independent vigilantes and not part of the military. But what Superman did on their land was wrong, and he must be captured. Now you might ask, how do I know that it was Lex inside that suit? Well, Lex has minor injuries on his face. Nothing serious, which indicates he was protected inside the suit. If he had fought without it, his injuries would have been much worse. Additionally, we see Lex in that same suit inside his own prison where Superman is being held. This is also where we spot Lois Lane and Mr. Terrific. So, I believe Lex is experimenting on humans, giving them powers, turning one into engineer, another into Metamorpho. As for the mystery character, it could be Apollo, who becomes the Superman of the Authority in upcoming shows. Or it could be Ultraman from another world, because we do see a spaceship in the trailer. Or perhaps it's a clone of Superman, but the reverse, whereas Superman gets power from the sun, this one draws power from darkness. That could explain the fully black, covered suit. And since it got its powers from Lex, it works under him. Or maybe Lex has a kill switch embedded in it. In my opinion, this could be Ulysses or a mixture of Apollo and Midnighter. Lex has created these superhumans, but why would anyone buy them, seek help from them, or buy weapons? That's why he's also created monsters, as seen in the trailer. Alternatively, these monsters could be from a pocket dimension or the Phantom Zone, connected through the Fortress of Solitude or the spaceship. You can really see Lex's cunning here. He imprisons Superman, collects all the data from the Fortress of Solitude, releases monsters from there, and makes it look like they came because of Superman. That way, public hatred towards Superman only grows. I'm telling you honestly, Lex has really used his brains in this movie. He has imprisoned Superman through Berea, but the truth will be brought forward by Lois. After that, Lex will go to jail, and the engineer and that mysterious guy will go to the Authority. They'll help in bringing the truth to light. The third smartest person in this universe, Mr. Terrific, whom we saw in this shot. The place where Superman has been imprisoned. At first, I thought it might be somewhere in space. But now it seems like it's underwater. Because in one shot of the trailer, we saw a crack appear in the middle of a water body. Plus, underwater, Superman doesn't get sunlight, so he can't power up and escape. Now, if we talk about Metamorpho, who used his powers to create kryptonite and weaken Superman. Because of that, we see Superman getting beaten throughout the movie. I already told you about this in my previous trailer breakdown. Now let's jump into the proper breakdown of the trailer, where we start with Max Lord's team, which includes Hawk, Gunn Layton, and again, this universe's third most intelligent person, Mr. Terrific. They all are working for Max Lord, which clearly indicates that in this universe, most of the heroes are registered with the government. Private companies own them, and if they have to go on a major mission, they must take permission from both their company and the government. And this is exactly why the government hates Superman, and all these heroes want to include Superman in their team, because they have the authorization to go to other countries and carry out missions. Then we come to that sky creature Superman is fighting. Technically speaking, it doesn't give off the vibe of a horrifying villain, so I feel like it might have come through some Phantom Zone type device. If Lex created a creature, it could be the one we haven't clearly seen yet, only glimpses of it in the background. There's another very important location in this movie, the Fortress of Solitude. Whether it's a kaiju fight or Hammerbarrier, anything could lead Superman to get injured and go to the fortress. But later, when Superman gets arrested, Lex goes there with the engineer to collect information related to Superman. That's where we witness the engineer's powers, which are connected to nanotech. We see her cutting through robots, and she even fights Kryptos there. So Lex's plan from the start was probably to get Superman imprisoned so he could access the fortress and learn his secrets. There are a lot of hidden references in this trailer that are based on Superman's story. But the storyline it most resembles is from the comic Superman, Birthright, where Lex Luthor collects a lot of information about Superman and starts spreading rumors or creates monsters related to him. As a result, the general public turns against Superman. So if you can turn Superman's biggest supporters against him, it creates a win-win situation. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive and found this breakdown both informative and exciting. We've only scratched the surface of what this universe has to offer, and there's a lot more coming your way. From new theories, detailed character analyses, to exclusive storyline connections, you won't want to miss what's next. So if you're as hyped as we are, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're the first to know whenever we drop a new video. And hey, if this video added value or sparked new ideas, don't forget to like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing what you think. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next video with another mind-blowing topic. Stay curious, stay super.